From the WATE.com Digital Center, answering your legal questions, this is Ask Isaacs. Now, here's Lori Tucker and attorney Greg Isaacs.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Lori Tucker here, along with our legal analyst, Greg Isaacs. I'll direct the mic here. We're talking about TikTok, trouble with TikTok. Why are attorneys general in several states, including Tennessee, upset about this? And are we talking an all-out lawsuit or some kind of paperwork that's been filed? So bring us up to date.
Lori, a good question. The attorney generals from a variety of states, 47, including Tennessee, are up in arms, and they have demanded a bipartisan investigation regarding TikTok and its harm to children's mental health.
This goes back to 2022 and 23, but just this past week, some motions were filed about just that, harm to children, and some were calling this kind of a strip club on the app, giving kids access to this stuff.
Well, there's a lot going on with this investigation, and Attorney General Skrmetti in Tennessee has taken the lead, and basically this is, it's not a lawsuit, it's a request for information and discovery pursuant to the Tennessee Consumer Protection Act.
Let's talk about the goal here.
The goal here is to get information, and when Skrmetti filed the request for information in the Chancery Court for Davidson County, 46 other attorney generals filed amicus briefs, that means friend of the court, because they wanted to also join in on this investigation of TikTok. After the initial filing, when they requested metadata, they requested a text between executives of TikTok and its corporate progenies. They requested emails, all the relevant documents. There was an agreed order that Skrmetti could share this information with the other states. Fast forward, they didn't get what they wanted. They got some information that was redacted. They think that TikTok has destroyed a lot of the communications between corporate officers, records custodians. So this motion today that was joined in, or yesterday, by 22 other attorney generals is seeking to compel them to comply with the discovery order. And Lori, here's the really interesting thing about this. The basis is that that TikTok, the social media app, is causing physical and emotional harm to children in the state of Tennessee and elsewhere because of its algorithm, its app. And they say that under our Tennessee Consumer Protection Act, there should be sufficient warning labels to let parents and kids know this is highly addictive and could be harmful.
You know, or even cause death. There are a couple of cases here where it's specifically talking about those popular challenges. Remember, we have talked about this before, the Benadryl challenges and some other really scary challenges on TikTok that promote dangerous behaviors. And I think they cited even one, it was the Subway challenge, and a kid got killed on a subway, and they're blaming that being linked to TikTok.
Well, and we've talked in a lot of different contexts. Basically, cyberspace is an unregulated frontier legally, and the government, and it's amazing. So you would think that the federal government would try to get its regulatory arms around this, but it's actually fallen upon the states as they're sitting here trying to investigate TikTok and see if they are intentionally manipulating children. And here's some of the things that the attorney generals have pointed out in their filings, their amicus briefs. They say that because TikTok is virtually you could scroll forever. It's designed to capture. It's
that
designed
autoplay.
to create an addiction. It focuses in on the dopamines, the highs that children get, just as you said, some of those very special, the challenges, things that are unique to kids. Those are things that they feel are exploiting minors. Now, the other backstory on all this, obviously TikTok is owned by a Chinese conglomerate. There is tremendous concern, and in China, a big cultural dynamic is your social value score or scale. And basically, you are rated depending on your stature, your income, your standing in your community, and they have a kind of the who's been naughty, who's been nice, and what the government thinks is TikTok is utilizing all of this information, interaction, and really mining and gathering data on millions and millions of unknowing Tennesseans and citizens
And
throughout the
everyone.
United States.
And President Biden signed into law this year something that would require TikTok's owner, you mentioned the conglomerate ByteDance, to sell off. Otherwise, it would be banned in the U.S.
Yeah. But think about this. Think about the reason, the theory is this violates the Tennessee Consumer Protection Act, which is designed to combat deceptive trade practices and products that are unsafe, is because it is so addictive. Think about that, there should be a sufficient warning label. So, I mean, think about media, social media. The whole thing is you want it to be addictive. You want to drive the numbers. You want to have the Google search. You want to have Taylor Swift playing over and over and over. So, other than TikTok spying on our children and our country, can the government punish somebody for creating an addictive social media platform?
And where do parents come in?
Who? What?
Right?
Yeah. Why do we need parents when we have governments? I mean, it's.
But it's a scary situation. There's so many things that are addictive. TikTok is a whole other animal unto itself.
And it's amazing
and there's so much
to me.
we don't know.
If you look at my phone, it doesn't have TikTok.
Mine doesn't either.
I mean, if we're worried about our children's mental health, and I think
Yeah.
Skrmetti said the mental health crisis, if you are a parent, have your children delete the app from their phone,
Yeah.
simply turn it off, crisis over. But instead, we've got litigation involving 47 states, all going after TikTok. And I think they're going to find the obvious.
Yeah.
Sure, are they trying to addict our children, or trying to addict everybody else and make advertising dollars? Absolutely. So it's going to be interesting how this plays out. But you don't underestimate the power of an attorney general in a state. And we saw it with NIL.
We sure did.
Tennessee took the lead again. Attorney General Skrmetti sued the NCAA in federal court in Greenville and was successful. So he is no stranger to playing David to someone's Goliath.
He's not shy about it, that's for sure.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting how this battle plays out.
Let's talk more at 5:30, shall we?
Let's do it.
Thanks for being with us.